It's the new update. It's time to gacha. What we got? Some people have been incredibly lucky with their gacha. Like, fucking hell. Ooh, balloon party. Hello. Click. Okay. Our last tenner. No. We got Click and Horrorpedia. Lovely. How nice of them to say hi. I want my girly, please. I want my girly, please. Do 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 do. I'm doing a lot of single pulls just to see. Single pulls can only help us in the long run, guys. Can only help us in the long run. I've been luckier with single pulls than with 10 pulls.
Have you heard that story?
Damn it. Gacha failure, guys. Gacha failure.
It's worth
I love you, girly, but you talk way too much. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone. It's your girl Luna here, and we're here to play some Reverse 1999. Now, I've been made aware of how long certain parts in the story are, and I'm dreading it. Look, guys, I'm having issues with recording Reverse 1999. The worst part is having to record long parts. But you know what? I'm ready. This has been something I've been looking forward to ever since I saw the Chinese fan base talking about it. So I am very excited to get straight into this. So let's go. Hello. Hello.
In the light of the blood moon, they rise and stride under the veil of the night.
Of course, this is
freely. They live without fear of death. For through blood, they live forevermore. Because blood is life.
Look at those beautiful red eyes. Oh. Oh, I love this.
The Danube Dawn. Ladies, gentlemen, please remain calm. A train whose ticket anyone would die to get.
Ooh.
We've received intelligence that there's very likely a dangerous vampire on board. Your assistance is vital to our investigation. I'm afraid I can't
It's
help
girly
you.
pop. It's
Investigator
wifey.
Semmelweis.
Semmelweis.
Ask
It's
around
wifey.
and you'll get 100 different stories. None of them real. You're chasing a fairy tale.
Oh. You know, I love a good, like, train mystery story. I do.
That's right.
That's girly pop.
You haven't a clue as to the true secret aboard this train.
I
Are
love
there
it.
any memories?
Don't be mean to my girly pop.
As the night fell, and the last slivers of light gave into the darkness, their cries faded, and the blood of those sorry passengers trickled, sweet and warm down the throats of the red-eyed monsters, until every last drop had been swallowed up. We look forward to seeing you again.
Ooh, the midnight whistle! So you guys kind of understand why I was so excited for this. First of all, Semmelweis is wifey. We adore Semmelweis. I have not played her other story. I haven't played her other, like, official story yet. So I'm a bit behind on her lore. I will play it. I just need time and energy to play it. Shut the fuck up. Background music is too loud. So, love Semmelweis. And also, Rabushka? Rabushka? Buska? Babushka? I don't know how to say her name, but I saw her design and I was like, yes, yes, that is what I need. Apparently she's a really good healer as well, which, maybe a replacement for Balloon Party. Who knows? But yeah, so this is, of course, vampires. Of course, Semmelweis is included because vampires. And it's a train mystery. Which, I love a good train mystery. A train mystery is always fun. Some of the most iconic, like detective mystery stories are based on a train. Or in a house. They're just the best ones, okay? They're just the best ones. So I'm very, very intrigued to get straight into this. Oh, this is cool. It's a side-along thing. Ooh, that's cool. Part 1, travel notice. The train will leave as scheduled, weather permitting. Please have your ticket ready for boarding. And we're going straight into a fight. Okay. The Midnight Whistle. Part 1, travel notice. Ooh, I love the text difference. Very much giving old film. Love it. Love it.
Is no ordinary train. From Istanbul to Vienna, each land it passes through still carries the echoes of gunshots and explosions. Before the war, it was a symbol of luxury. Now it is an ark, a way to outrun death, and everyone is scrambling for a ticket. They have
I love the
no
art style.
idea. Night falls, and the train stops. Death comes aboard too. On one such night, a group of passengers awoke to the sound of crying. They followed it. Then, the crying turned to bawling, and the bawling to wailing, until they reached it. A door that wasn't there before. And there, in a carriage that never was, in that place that shouldn't even have existed, blood-red eyes blinked in the darkness. Before they could utter a scream, they were pulled into the darkness, doomed to join the wailing of the dead and dying in their accursed holes. As the night fell, and the last slivers of light gave in to the darkness, their cries faded, and the blood of those sorry passengers trickled, sweet and warm, into the throats of the red-eyed monsters. Only when that last drop had been swallowed up did the conductress appear, walking amidst the shredded flesh, counting off each passenger the way a butler might inspect a mess left behind from his master's feast. 231, 232. The ceremony is complete, and this journey has come to an end. We hope you had a pleasant trip, and we look forward to seeing you again aboard
The Danube Dawn.
Okay. Lovely introduction. The boy mutters the words one last time, then closes his notebook and hands it back to the woman beside him.
I haven't been able to read a vampire story since the war started. Thank you kindly, ma'am.
It's just one of many stories in my collection. I suppose it's interesting enough then.
You suppose? It's amazing. And the next train coming into the station is called the Danube Dawn too, you know. So it's the same train, isn't it? The vampire's secret base.
The folly of youth. Not yet able to discern fiction from reality.
Well, it's not like these stories just spring up out of nowhere. I've heard all kinds of them that really happen. At least, I think so. What do you think, ma'am?
He blinks his shadowed eyes at the woman, then lowers the brim of his hat.
What I think is of little matter. I simply write what I see. And I see an intriguing
Ooh.
story in you. May I have your name?
Robuska. My name is
Robuska. There you go.
Robuska. Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Robuska. An interesting name. I'll be sure to make record of it. As I said, I'm a collector of stories, and you may just have something worth adding to my collection.
She opens her notebook, her shining pen tracing a line across the page.
I'd love to, ma'am. But you're about to board the train, aren't you? I'm only here for a visit, so it's pretty much impossible I'll ever see you again.
I wouldn't be so sure.
She spins the pen idly between her fingers and looks up.
Many a great tale started with the impossible.
Vampires on a train, eh? That old tale.
The comment drifts lazily out from another passenger. Seems the tale has a few more listeners than expected.
Old tale. You heard this story before, sir?
No, not precisely. But many like it. Vampires, werewolves, wild beasts, and monsters. It's always the same story about the powerful consuming the common folk. Storytellers have always been good at making their points one way or another.
Very, very true. Most people use, a lot of writers use monster-like beings to like show some sort of humanity's negative side. I'm gonna say, I can't find the correct word. Okay, leave me alone.
That doesn't seem like the same thing to me. What do you think, ma'am?
Robuska turns to look, but the woman who told the story has vanished. Strange.
You're young. You'll grow out of these tall tales soon enough.
You really don't think vampires are real?
I'm much too old to believe in that kind of rubbish. I don't see why it's necessary to even put vampires in that one anyway.
The young man exhales a long ring of smoke. He bends down, rubbing the raw seam where his prosthetic meets his severed leg. Ah.
Of course it's necessary.
The boy nods gravely, turning towards the direction of the oncoming train.
Think about it. The story's about death, right? And vampires kill, sure, but they also give eternal life. So, say one of the passengers is killed. The vampire can just bite them on the neck, and just like that, they're alive again. Take out the vampires, and now death is a one-way trip. The end of the line. It's way more exciting to have some twists and turns. I mean, where's the fun in a story you can predict from the very beginning?
Very true. We do not like a predictable story, because then it's just dull.
You're in for disappointment looking at things like that. The world is filled with predictable endings, usually predictably tragic.
Also true. We have some very predictable things happen in real life, but then once in a while when you get that one unpredictable thing happen, you're like, the fuck is this? The fuck did this happen for? The old man, a half-burned cigarette between his fingers, gestures towards the corner of the station, where a mass of figures huddle together, clothes worn, cheeks red with frost. Silent and stubborn, they fix their gaze on the frozen tracks ahead of them.
Just look at those poor folk over there. They've been waiting here for days.
Aww.
How do you think their story will end? Do you think they have tickets in their pockets? Of course not. But they're hungry and afraid to face the gunfire. So they come here to try their luck.
And of course, see if there's any other opportunities.
Miracles are few and far between in this world.
The boy pats his empty stomach, chewing on the meaning behind the old man's words.
Try their luck? What sort of luck are you talking about exactly?
I'm sure you're well aware already.
His weathered eyes gaze out over the station, as if awaiting a drama soon to unfold.
You're confusing me, sir. Weren't we just talking about stories?
Stories are a reflection of real life, unfortunately. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. The boy bends down to brush the dust from his knees. As he does, the crowd begins to move. At that moment, the station bell tolls, and a voice rings out over the dime.
The next train will arrive in 20 minutes. Please line up, taking care to bring all your belongings, and prepare your tickets for inspection.
Yes, Safsan.
It's coming. The Danube Dawn.
This is my chance.
The crowd rises and surges towards the boarding gate.
Well, I better get going now. I mean, my train is here. God bless you, sir. Whichever god that is.
He waves to the old man before slipping into the crowd like a drop falling into the sea. No one notices his movement. All they care about are tickets and loved ones far away. And the train about to arrive, of course. Along with a troublesome mission.
November 30th, 1912. The Danube Dawn is arriving at...
Wifey is here. Here we go. We're doing something. Why are we fighting? Did I miss something? What is this team? Huh? I don't know why we're fighting. I'm gonna be real here. Who the fuck are you, mate?
This is mine! Mine! I've been waiting 3 whole days!
Oh, the people waiting. Who are waiting? Oh.
Budapest is calling! Yes! The safe place! Budapest!
This feels icky.
Hypothermia, hunger, nervous tension resulting in delirium. Simply put, he's insane.
Okay, girly, okay. How are we gonna do this?
What should I say? I think I build a hidden.
That's her idea.
I can't remember what mode this is on. I'm pretty sure this is in story mode.
By God's
I mean, this is an event story, so it must be in story mode.
I said hello.
Or maybe not.
How welcoming.
now is the time of repentance.
Yeah, you're dead, mate. There was no way you were surviving that, yeah.
Goodbye.
No.
Don't miss me, really.
Oh, this is their special thing. Okay. In the chaos, the shaken hostage is pulled back by the platform guards.
You alright, ma'am? I'm fine, but my ticket. He still has my ticket.
Shit. She points towards the culprit ahead, who now charges like a mad bull.
Out of my way!
He finally shakes off the guards and bolts towards the misty tracks.
Budapest! That's the only safe place!
I have no clue what's going on. Did I miss something in the story? Oh. Hello? The world tilts. The ground gives way beneath him. He slips from the platform. Oh, shit.
Good Lord!
Sir, take my hand. The train's coming.
Cries, screams, and whistles rise in chorus, nearly drowning the train's steam whistle in the distance. He's not. The man stands dazed in the center of the tracks. His legs are bent at obtuse angles, broken and bleeding. Yeah, there's no way he's going to. But he smiles. He's not going to make it. Thick black column of smoke cuts into the dusky sky, rising along with a loud whistle.
It's the train. It's the Danube Dawn.
Years after years, the shadow of war clings to this land, relentless and shakable. But still, the Danube Dawn makes this journey like a dutiful soldier marching alone with rain, sleet, and storm. She arrives bearing hope for freedom and for life.
Then you done. Budapest.
At last he remembers what he must do and stumbles towards the engine.
No, sir! No!
I made it. Mother, father, Melina.
The train exhales smoke as it nears, headlights spilling dim yellow circles into the twilight. The man limps forward along the tracks. Yeah, he's not, yeah.
Here's my ticket. Let me in. Let me in.
He cries out, waving the thin ticket in the air. Oh, I hate that we see the lights just, oh. He waves it like a detective charm, like the key to life were in his hand.
I have a ticket!
That's the record. That's a record. Fastest death in a reverse 1999 chapter. Story. Well, an event story. Damn. Train thunders as it grinds to a stop. Too late. Momentum and weight carried on iron wheels pulverize his flesh. Oh god. Crushing rage, madness and fear, everything into the cold steel. The bloodstained ticket slips from his fingers, carried up and far away. Fuck. Oh, you can see the blood in the image. Train doors open, and a stewardess with an eye patch rushes out in a panic.
Oh my. Please remain calm. We need to inspect this scene.
Please, let me in, miss. For the love of all that's good. Don't let us die out here.
This is the last train you need. Please. You have to help us.
Someone just died, mate. You need to give them a minute. The crowd surges forward towards the opening doors. The gore and horror that only just occurred is forgotten in their desperation. A roiling mass of faces filled with stark fear and determination, and bodies jostling with precision. Meanwhile, the ticket drifts unseen, landing silently before another. Oh, Semmelweis, are you going to take it? Yet as Semmelweis reaches out to it, she's met with a shadowy apparition. Before she can react, the shadow and the ticket are gone, vanishing into thin air.
A shadow? Be some kind of arcane skill.
The investigator scans the crowd in silence, searching for the source of this shadow.
Annabelle, William, come along. We wouldn't want to get lost now, would we?
Miss Dorothy?
It's Dorothy. Not here.
A Class 10 steam engine. When this beauty gets going, it'll run faster than the wind blows over the Alps. As a compound engine, you understand? Steam's got to go through 2 stages before it gets pumped out the top.
Not here either. Finding no further clues, her pressing mission returns to the forefront of her mind. She picks up her suitcase and joins the madly churning queue.
Crowd's starting to rush. Not safe to stand around. Excuse me? Coming through.
In the brief moment they pass each other, the investigator spots the blood-stained ticket clenched in the boy's hand.
Please, wait.
He seems not to hear her call, hurrying on as if rushing to board, quickening his pace. The investigator attempts to stop him, but the boy ducks. Her reaching fingers brush across the top of the dark felt hat.
Hey, my hat!
Oh, so pretty! So pretty! Oh! Let me just admire the pretty. Look how pretty! Oh! The felt hat falls away, revealing a girl's face. Her hair spills free, drifting in the wind. Pale skin, red eyes, and fangs. She's the spitting image of a vampire.
Red eyes.
The girl bows her head, cutting off the investigator's sight.
You're kidding. I only got that hat 3 days ago.
Seizing the paws, she leaps into the throng. In an instant, like a dragonfly into reeds, she disappears into the crowd. The investigator steps forward to grab her sole piece of evidence. A hat, plain and unremarkable.
A vampire disguised as a normal person, though far from perfectly. They could add her picture to the big book of vampire faces back at headquarters.
If nothing else, it tells her the girl's values a clean getaway over her disguise. Looking back on it, I did skip a big chunk of the chapter, I think. Of the story. Chapter of the part. I think I did. Because you see, because of my issues with recording Reverse 1999, I need to like pause the part so I could like stop recording in like a way where my recording won't get fucked up. And so I do that with the skip button because pauses the whole part. I think at one point I accidentally pressed continue when it came to the skip of the story. So we did miss a big chunk. Ah. Oh no! Oh no! And unfortunately, this isn't an actual main story chapter. So, I can't revisit to see what it is, so I'm just gonna quickly watch someone's own video of it to see what exactly we missed. Give me a minute. Okay, I just watched Reverse 1999 Timekeeper's video on it. Basically, what we've missed. Semmelweis is here to invest... What the fuck? My phone completely just dropped down my hands. Okay, Semmelweis is here to investigate a supposed vampire who's working for the Mans Vindicte, who is going to board the train. And that is her main job, to find this vampire who's allegedly working for the Mans Vindicte. That is her mission. That is her field mission. And she's doing this alone, by the sounds of it. And the guy, yeah, he stole a ticket from the old lady. He had her at gunpoint, and yeah, that's where we intervened. So we didn't actually miss too much, but the important thing is that Semmelweis' mission is to find this vampire. Because they have a connection to the Mans Vindicte. So nothing really important happened, except that little bit. Part 2, Catgut. She stumbled upon what? The thread of fate? Do we get the train again? No, we get the cool title card. Let's get the volume up. The full weight of the earlier travesty finally hits the crowd, as shrieks and shouts of horror divert the attention of even the most desperate. With one exception, a small and slight figure that darts between the gawking crowd.
Phew. Didn't follow me. Alright, guess I'll just board here.
She exhales, though her hands tremble on her knees. Oh, she's hungry. The adrenaline inflates, and rising against it comes the ache of overlong hunger. Her head feels like a weightless balloon.
A little longer yet, Babushka. There'll be food for days on the train. All you have to do now is get on.
She presses her belly, slowly straightening. She slips her hands into her pocket, blending into the line, and glances at the flustered young stewardess. At the train door, the stewardess spreads her arm, pleading with the agitated crowd.
Please, wait a moment while our attendant confirms your identity.
I've waited quite enough. Thank you very much. Let me aboard this instant. You saw the chaos those peasants raised. A living nightmare, I tell you. And I certainly don't wish to experience it again.
I understand your concern, Madame Sonia.
but we must follow the train's regulations. Now, if you just wait a moment longer.
Her face burns red as she stands helpless between passengers and carriage.
Have you lost your other eye too? My ticket was snatched by that belligerent fellow who tumbled onto the tracks. Everyone can attest to the fact. Now I beg you to skip all this unnecessary rubbish, else I will be forced to write to the Railway Administration. I'm sure they'll be very much interested to hear about this little incident.
What, her following regulation and you being a snooty little bitch? Shut the fuck up, lady.
Please, madam, if you just wait for another moment, I'll go and ask my superior.
Despite their differences in size and in station, little stewardess is able to hold back the agitated woman with a single hand.
What a crass little girl you are.
No, she's just following her orders, love. Piss off. From within comes a woman's voice, deep and grave in its authority.
I'll take care of this.
Work face approaches the door, a long shadow stretching out behind her. Oh damn, she is tall.
Who's that?
On instinct, the girl takes a few cautious steps back, avoiding the frightening visage of this new figure.
Oh, don't waste our time. I don't care who explains what. Who are you?
The solution to your problem.
Stitches, scars. Oh, you're that conductress everyone has been talking about. As I explained, my ticket has been...
Her shrill tone softens, now touched with nervousness.
I've been made aware of this situation. These tickets are made with an arcane process. No one will use your ticket without your consent. Attempts at ticket theft are a familiar thing.
Expressionless, the woman glances into the most unremarkable corner.
But we have never lost a single ticket.
Shit. Girl's instincts for danger has never failed her. She turns at once, ready to move.
Ow!
Yeah, because you have the ticket. Oh god. Her right foot feels weighted down, and she is all at once pulled to the ground. Faint stinging buzz of electricity flows beneath the girl's feet, as if holding her there.
That stings. This her arcane skill?
A thought flashes through her mind. Scary. One step, two, the footsteps grow closer.
The arcane processing on the ticket will lead us to its location. It's close.
Okay, stay calm, Rabuska. Nothing to panic over. Do what you always do. It's worked so far.
She inhales sharply, lips curling into what she hopes is her sweetest, most flattering smile, then turns her head.
Ah, good evening, my fine lady.
Good evening, miss.
Okay. Beautiful. Actually beautiful. This is wallpaper worthy art, I must say. Stunning.
I'm not feeling so good.
Please surrender the ticket. It's in your left trouser pocket.
How do you, I mean, what ticket?
A ticket for the Danube Dome. Bilet za vlak. Train ticket. Understand? Miss.
Her tone falls like a sledgehammer, pinning her into place.
All right. I didn't steal it. I just saw it floating in the air. You know, finders, keepers, and all. Ugh.
Body lifts as her collar cinches tight around her throat. The conductress hoists her up with a disturbing ease.
Huh?
She stares in disbelief at her swaying shoes, her emotions struggling to catch up.
Take the ticket. It's in...
Left trouser pocket. I know.
The stewardess approaches with a cheerful smile, reaching a hand towards her waist.
Hey! Ugh, put me down! Get your hands off me!
That mouth has a habit of running off. Should I sew it up for you?
I can't help but be amused. Faint ruins shimmer at the tips of the English conductress's fingers. The girl wisely clamps her mouth shut.
Coins, a red bottle, a few strips of cloth, and a flute. There certainly is an awful lot in here. Is this some kind of magic pocket?
The stewardess searches the instructed pocket. As she does, she leans in close to whisper in the girl's ear.
Don't worry. The conductress won't hurt you. We just want to retrieve the ticket.
Okay, I feel comforted.
Found it. Madame Sonia, please take a look. Is this your ticket?
It has blood on it. She gestures to the carriage. A frantic passenger hurries forward and takes the bloodstained ticket.
Oh, yes! This is it. Oh, thank goodness you found it.
The woman cradles it in her palms like a prayer. There's some blood on it, love. I'd be careful. The girl falls limp like a rag caught in the wind. A few coins, a bottle, some strips of cloth, and a flute. All possessions to her name. Her luck has run thin, not as she had much to begin with.
I'm just hungry. So hungry. I never meant to hurt anyone. Rich people always find a way to get onto these trains. I just thought that maybe I could get on to have a meal.
She swallows her last protest.
You've got your ticket back. So how about letting me down? I'll see myself off.
There you are. What sort of trouble have you gotten up to this time?
A familiar, if unexpected savior emerges from the crowd. The dark-haired, dark-eyed investigator strides forward, paying only a passing if meaningful glance to the dangling girl.
Good evening, conductress. Would you mind letting her down? This is my assistant.
Look at this gorgeous lady. Look at this gorgeous lady.
May I ask what sort of inconvenience she's caused?
She sets the wayward hat back onto the girl's head. The girl freezes, then immediately understands, eyes wide beneath the brim, cheeks flushing red.
That's right! I'm Rabuska, her assistant. What took you so long, boss? I couldn't find you anywhere. What with all the snow?
Corvus lowers her to her feet, studying the two odd figures, so alike in accent, dress, and bearing.
Assistant.
Yeah, you got separated, of course, yeah.
We've wasted enough time. Let's go. And don't forget your ticket this time. A
brand new ticket is pressed into Rabuska's hand. Once meant for one of the presently missing members of Squad 77, it now belongs to her.
If you cause trouble like that again, I won't hesitate to punish you, in line with the proper regulations.
Sure. Thank you.
She nods rapidly, clutching it tight, casting the investigator a conflicted glance.
I see. In that case, on behalf of the crew of the Danube Dawn, I wish you a pleasant journey.
She dips her head, businesslike.
We're running late now, and the snow is getting heavier. Come aboard. If there are any other matters to discuss, let us do so in the warmth of the train.
Yes, ma'am. Ooh. Scary. Ooh, this is nice. Passengers file aboard, excitement in their eyes.
How splendid. This train is more luxurious than I ever imagined.
Well, she was a luxury express once upon a time. I heard that during the Golden Age, each journey she took was like a social event in itself. Filled up to the brim with nobles and celebrities.
Great, a train nerd. The investigator scans the crowd, but it seems her reinforcements are nowhere to be found. The communicator remains silent. No reply.
It appears I'll have to finish this mission myself. It's not all bad. At least I'll have a little bonus waiting for me when I get back to the Foundation.
Hey, think of the money, girlie. She offers a soft sigh before turning her sharp gaze back to her first catch of the evening, amid slink in a second escape attempt.
You're going the wrong direction, Miss Rabuska. Our seats are this way.
Of course they are.
Yeah, you ain't escaping, girlie. The girl scratches her head, feigning awkwardness, but her eyes shoot to the investigator's hand, now firmly grasping her arm.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I never would have gotten on board if it weren't for you. I really don't have anything to repay you with, though. Tell you what, when we get to Budapest, if you still remember me...
Not so fast, Miss Rabuska. I have some questions for you.
You weren't gonna escape, girlie. Carriage goes utterly silent despite the commotion of boarding. She follows the other's eyes, now locked on the conductress and stewardess, standing together at the end of the carriage.
Welcome aboard the Danube Dawn, operated by Vienna Pannonian Railways. I am Corvus, your conductress, and this is Ima, your chief stewardess.
Woo, yay, woo!
Dawn travels from Istanbul to Vienna,
Oh,
a
Istanbul.
journey of a little more than 800 miles, with stops in Nika and Budapest. Due to an unfortunate incident at the station, our departure will be delayed until after dinner while we cooperate with the local government's investigation. As an apology, we have prepared a substantial meal for every passenger.
Woo!
Free food?
Booska! Happy girlie. Her eyes flash bright, her stomach quivers with anticipation. She steadies her trembling fingers and masks her weakness with a smile.
I see you have a particular interest in food.
The investigator smiles at her.
You're welcome to my meal if you'd like, but in return, you need to sit here and stay out of trouble. Do we have an agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I mean, it is tempting, but...
The girl blinks.
Why are you doing all this? I'm just an ordinary girl. Why do all this for me?
I'm not keeping you, if that's what you're thinking. You're free to go anytime.
She leans closer and lowers her voice with intent.
That is, if you really are a normal girl, as you claim. That conductress is sharp. If she figures out you're not my assistant, it may be difficult to convince her not to throw you out. And to top it off...
Around them, the rich, the powerful, officers and writers each sail into their seats, lively chatter filling the carriage with anticipation.
I don't think this train is anywhere near as safe as it first appears.
Part 3. Bon appetit! You must have patience, madame. And we're back in the carriage. Dinner arrives and the tension eases. They hunch over their trays to eat, drink, and chatter, laughter rising and falling. Of course, there are a few incidents.
You call this beef stew?
I see beef and I see a watery substance. And a carrot. I think it counts.
I truly am sorry, madam. I'm afraid the war has limited our ability to procure supplies up to our usual standards. It may taste slightly different from our usual fare.
Slightly different. This is a boiled cowhide in a thin gruel.
Love, it's wartime. You can't be too greedy. She slams her knife and fork down in anger.
It's always for this and for that with you people. Excuses piled on excuses.
For good reason.
I paid my fare, the same as usual. I deserve the service I've come to expect.
Wouldn't you say that's a touch harsh, Mum? There's people out there getting showed the kingdom come, begging for any scraps they can get.
Ha! Is this what you Brits do? Stick your noses into a lady's business and levy pointless accusations? Don't you have something better to do with your miserable little life? Perhaps you ought to try feeling the sun on your skin. Or, I don't know, cooking a meal that doesn't taste like wet socks.
Okay, rude.
Oh, that's rich, you.
Okay, guys, chill. Gentleman flushes red and rises. Stifled giggle sounds behind him. A woman sits behind them, scribbling purposefully as they speak.
What are you doing, Mum?
Me. Just recording what I see.
The editor closes her notebook with grace.
Train clash. Beef stew sparks national conflict. Lady accuses British gent of abominable cooking. Or, perhaps, battle at the dinner table. One woman's rage over beef stew. Don't let me stop you. This is all excellent material.
Journalists.
That I am. Though I'm primarily an editor. But I write reports whenever a good one comes along. Call me Verity.
What a name.
If you have any interesting material, especially about arcanists, please contact me. I will pay accordingly.
The pair falter, unable to reply and return to their dinner. The crowd, now soothed, leaves the stewardess effusively grateful.
Thank you ever so much, madam.
Don't you worry. Poor thing.
The editor props her head in one hand, turning to watch a passenger feasting in the corner.
At least someone's enjoying the meal.
And I bet I know who that is.
I haven't had food like this in forever.
I'm happy for her. Sigh of food, real food melts away the girl's anxieties. The speed and ferocity with which she eats is startling, yet the investigator spies a curious inconsistency. Good table manners.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's Semmelweis.
Yes, bright red isn't their very natural eye color.
Yeah? Thanks.
Rabuska lifts her head, eyes shadowed by her brim. Unusual eyes.
You were saying that this train isn't as safe as it looks. Why do you say that, exactly?
She presses her hat lower.
People rarely match their deeds to their words. They may say one thing, but I found their true motives to often be much darker. Anyone could be a danger. The passengers, the conductress, or even you.
Her tone is not forceful, falling short of accusation. Still, Rabuska cannot help but make her case.
Miss Semmelweis, all I am is a hungry kid looking for food. Look at me. How could I be a threat to anyone?
You did take that woman's train ticket, yes?
She's got a point, but I wouldn't really call it a threat. Her voice is gentle, but her words piercing.
Well, yeah, I took it. But I hadn't eaten anything for 4 days. I needed to do something to survive. I didn't mean to do her any harm. I figured maybe they'd let her on anyway. And then we'd both get on and there would be no trouble.
The girl flushes red. Semmelweis holds her stare as if already knowing the truth and waiting for a confession. At last, she allows a smile to slip from her face.
No one can blame you for trying to survive in these conditions. At the very least, you weren't the cause of any harm. But there is one thing I'm curious about. How did you reach that ticket earlier? It was your arcane skill, wasn't it? ...
Her silence is the answer. Realizing her slip, she stiffly changes the subject.
People rarely match their deeds to their words. Then what about you? What are you doing here?
Wow, she's investigating.
I'm here to investigate this duplicity.
She sidesteps the question, producing a folder from her briefcase.
But our arrangement was for you to answer the questions.
That is true. 4. What the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen it. Maybe in a market? Or on a wall somewhere. I might be able to search my memory more carefully. That is, if you let me go later.
The girl eyes the symbol again, as if thinking hard, but the facade drops.
You're quite clever. Unfortunately, your acting skills could use a little work, which means I already have my answer. You're not one of them.
She frowns bluntly.
One last question. How familiar are you with vampiric legends? It's often said that their eyes have a peculiar quality. Just like...
She meets the girl's crimson eyes, catching a flicker of panic.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Excuse me, madam. A moment of your time.
Oh. A voice cuts the tension. At the far end of the carriage, the conductress raises a hand, beckoning the investigator.
Stay put. I'll be back soon. Do exactly as a good little assistant would do. Understood? Vampires aren't the only dangerous things that may lurk on this train.
Sure thing, boss.
After warning her assistant, the investigator rises and makes her way towards the conductress. I wonder what she wants. Oh, a study. Conductress's cabin.
That girl is
Well done to Sherlock. It's very obvious that the girl is not our assistant.
Save your explanation. I doubt you've known each other for more than half an hour.
The conductress leans against the wall in what must, for her, be a supremely exaggerated gesture.
I wouldn't have expected you to probe into matters of passenger privacy. I believe we should abide by certain basic humanitarian principles, even during wartime. Wouldn't you agree, conductress?
If you were an ordinary passenger, as you claim, I wouldn't have probed. But you are from that foundation, correct?
Her gaze falls on the badge at the investigator's chest.
That badge with the black and white print. Wherever the foundation shows up, trouble follows.
No need to be nervous, ma'am. I'm just on my way to Vienna for a little holiday.
Aboard an express train bound to pass through a war zone, you must take your vacations very seriously.
The investigator sighs and pulls out her foundation ID.
St. Pavlov Foundation. I'm sure you'll find my identification is in order.
St. Pavlov Foundation. Investigator Semmelweis.
Conductress returns the card without a change in tone.
I see. Is there anything that I might do for you, investigator?
We've received intelligence that there may be a dangerous vampire on this train. I could use your help in the investigation.
She cuts straight to the point, stating her mission boldly and without restraint.
A vampire.
Yep. A grim shadow passes over the conductress's face.
You're chasing fairy stories. If you ask around, all you'll get is 100 different stories, none of them real. I can't help you chase a myth.
She returns to the sofa, picking up a pair of knitting needles. Oh my god, she knits. She knits.
What are you working on?
Is it a scarf? I bet it's a scarf.
A scarf for Aima.
Fucking knew it. Everyone goes through... Every time in a story, they're always making a fucking scarf or a hat. Nothing else. Nothing else. Always a scarf and a hat. In every story when someone is fond of knitting, it's always a scarf and hat. Semmelweis steadies herself, forcing her eyes away from the flickering needles.
I've been tasked with verifying the authenticity of this intelligence. However, your attitude...
A thought flashes through her mind.
You mentioned that you've seen this badge and pattern before. Was it someone you met recently?
I have worked on the Danube Dawn for many years, investigator. I have seen everything, except a vampire.
The conductress lifts her eyes from the tight stitches to meet hers.
I see. Then let's presume you're telling the truth. It's understandable it would be difficult to imagine something you've never seen.
The investigator leans forward.
According to our intel, vampires are extremely dangerous creatures. Once bitten, death is a near certainty, regardless of whether the victim is human or arcanist. Those few who survive become what is known as infected. They're like a bomb with a broken fuse. No predicting when they'll go off. Therein lies our problem, conductress. We believe one such vampire is hiding somewhere on this train. There's no need to exaggerate the threat this may pose to your passengers. You aren't going to turn a blind eye now, are you?
She just wants the net.
Conductress, the station staff said they want to confirm something in person with...
The two women sit facing one another, their expressions cold and serious.
Oh, am I interrupting something important? My apologies. I'll just...
Wait. I'll go with you.
The conductress sets the scarf on the sofa's edge.
Excuse me for a moment, investigator. It's an administrative process for the passenger who fell on the tracks.
Administrative process. She stresses the words.
Let's go. Best not to keep them waiting.
She leads through the open door, her stewardess trailing behind like a lost duckling. Oh, wow. Semmelweis watches the guards on the platform, studying the movement of their lips.
Our supervisors need an answer. The train can't depart unless...
Are they trying to blackmail her? I suppose it isn't unheard of in times of war. A long stop could prove helpful to my investigation.
Unexpectedly, the conductress does not resist the guard's demands. Instead, she produces a badge.
Oh, so you're one of us.
Standoff ends. A faint smile creeps over Corvus's face.
Would the railway be working with the army? No, then this conversation wouldn't be happening. Is she handing him a badge?
Then, as if sensing her eyes, the conductress suddenly turns to the window. Her smile collapses in an instant.
Perceptive, aren't you?
She leans back, watching as the conductress and stewardess disappear from view. Something shady is going on. On the steps of the train, the conductress halts and waves her hand briskly.
Alert the station to begin sanding the tracks. We're departing soon.
I wonder. Part 4, The Midnight Piercer. Okay. Title card. Oh, getting ready to go now. Yay! Woo, finally! With a sharp whistle, the train surges forward, chugging with growing speed.
The train is finally moving.
Hearts long held in suspense settle, lulled by the rhythmic sway of the train.
Now, let's to do when I get to Budapest. First, eat a lot of kapama. No, wait. First things first, find a job, then kapama. Find a job so I can eat kapama so I can work harder.
Fair enough. Seems like a good goal. The girl draws her caval flute, fingers brushing the tiny cracks.
Mama, will the kapama in Budapest taste as good as yours?
She looks out at the rolling mountains in the distance, seeing a lone figure running along their spine. The figure dashes through a graveyard, over cold fields beneath a sagging sky. Her silent film is suddenly pierced with sound, a scream that can only be heard, that only she can hear.
Whatever happens, I'll do my best to stay alive. I promise, Mama.
The girl sniffles, putting the flute away before taking a quick look around the carriage.
Miss Semmelweis won't be back for a while, right?
By the looks of things.
I'm here to investigate this duplicity. One last question. How familiar are you with vampiric legends? Vampires aren't the only dangerous things that may lurk on this train.
She did pay for my beef stew and lard cake, but she seems really obsessed with vampires. No, the sooner I leave, the better.
She jumps from her seat, hesitates, then drops 2 coins on the table.
Forgive me, Miss Semmelweis. I'll repay you. Someday. Cross my heart.
Resolute, she turns back, searching for another refuge. We get to explore the train more?
Ouch!
Oh. Oh no. How do you get lost on a train? It's like a one-way system. How do you get lost on a train?
I'm sure you'll find them sooner or later. It's not like they were thrown off the train or something. So, just keep on searching. Go on. You can do it.
Babushka is so awkward with kids. Understandably so. Even I would be like, okay, what do I do? Especially crying kids. Crying kids are like very awkward to handle. It's like, okay, I'm not sure how to act around you, The girl hurries to leave, but her hem is caught.
Please help me. I don't know where I am.
Come on. Her sobbing echoes so loudly that people 3 carriages away prick their ears. Alas, she plays her trump card, removing her hat to reveal her fangs and crimson eyes.
Stop crying. I'm a vampire. If you don't stop, I'll bite you. Really?
Kid doesn't care. No fear, no disgust. Only curiosity. Innocent wonder. Yeah, I think the kid's a bit too young to be, like, properly scared of, like, a vampire.
Aren't you afraid of me? I'm a red-eyed vampire. See?
Kinda cute. She leans closer, pulling down her eyelids.
Wow. Your eyes are so pretty. Like rubies.
Aww.
Rubies? Never heard that one before.
She flushes red, caught off guard by the compliment.
Rubies, or maybe the red roses of Damascus. Roses? Sure they are. Roses that never wither. Tell me more. More of these good things about vampires.
The girl circles her while jumping up and down like an excited puppy.
But Miss Dorothy doesn't let us read vampire stories. She says they're, made up believe. I don't care though. I think they're amazing. Don't you?
I do. There was this one particular book series that I read in high school. I forgot I don't know the name of the franchise properly, but the first book is called Marked. It's a vampire story which doesn't really follow vampire lore too much, but it's got vampiric things in it. It's a whole thing, but I ate that shit up. I also ate up the Vampire Diaries books as well as a young teen, so I do like myself some vampire fiction.
So, I read them myself. The pure-blooded vampires are the strongest, and they live in big, big castles. You must live in one too.
Oh,
right?
Darren Shan Chronicles. That's also a good vampire book series, which doesn't really include vampires too much. It does actually, because they have like a massive arc, which goes through a bunch of books. It goes throughout a bunch of books, but it's not only just vampires. There's other things as well included in the Darren Shan Chronicles saga. And then there's, of course, the beautiful Larton. What is it fucking called? Krebsley Larter? Larton Krebsley? Also written by Darren Shan. That's a good book about a vampire, and I fucking love the guy. Anyways, I need to shut up.
Sure I do. Now that you mention it, maybe I can tell you all about my glorious ancestors.
Rebecca coughs lightly, clasps her hands, and recounts her proud history. I'm having such a hard time recording this part.
Then, how old are you? Name's Ravuska. I'm 14 years old. I'm 214 years old.
214, yeah, of course. She quickly corrects herself.
Yep, I've already lived 200 plus 2 times 7 years. But I'm still young for a vampire of my lineage.
Of course. The young girl speaks with fervor, reciting the stories from memory. Ooh, that is a beautiful train track. I'm kidding. Stories that rise up from the endless snowy winters, silence a blazing hearth, her head on her mother's lap, eyes drifting shut. Fangs soaked with blood, moonlit nights and dark castles, she begged her mother to tell those wondrous tales again and again. Ooh, that's so pretty. Until her voice grew faint. Oh, look at that. That is actually stunning. That's such a stunning... Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. And the little girl drifted into blissful sleep.
Vampire?
Children gather as if drawn by unseen magic.
William!
There's your friends! The lone bird finds companions at last.
You're here. This is my new friend, Rabuska. She's a vampire. Wow, a real life vampire? Wow.
Excited voices fill the air until a boy steps from the shadows, scorn written on his face.
How do you know she's a vampire, huh? You don't have any proof.
Yeah. Does she look anything like the ones in the stories? She does. Her eyes are red, like rubies.
But when Uncle Henry was sick, his eyes went all red, and you said he was a vampire too. Remember? Miss Dorothy even scolded us for being rude.
Don't listen to him. You're a real vampire, right, Rabuska?
Of course.
Of course I am.
Look at those red eyes and fangs and white hair. She flusters, now determined to defend the honor of her kind.
You want proof? Then here it is. I'll show you what a real vampire looks like.
She makes a performance of strolling under the lights.
Take a look. Can you find my shadow?
Oh.
Shadow. Wait, you don't have a shadow.
Shadows accompany every children, an identical twin matching the movement of their hands in the darkness. But Rabuska stands alone, as if the light itself goes straight through her, as though she was never bound to its law, never part of the world it illuminated.
Exactly. We vampires don't have shadows. Vampire! Vampire!
The children cheer louder and louder, clapping with glee.
Whoa! She really is a bona fide vampire.
Told you so.
Her pride is short-lived. Another challenge soon follows.
So, you're a vampire. Then you must be brave. How about the scary conductress? Have you ever talked to her?
Last encounter wasn't so great.
Conductress? I mean, more than just talk. She's actually one of my best friends.
Oh. We're going with that lie. Okay. I knew the conductress would appear right behind her. As she said, she's best friend. She's big and slow. Knew it.
It's just a game.
She isn't
Play
impressed.
as you like, but don't block the aisle.
Sure thing, old pal. We'll, make sure we do that.
Are these your new friends, Miss Robuska?
The stewardess examines the gaggle of children surrounding Rabuska.
Not just friends. They're more like, familiars. Right, everyone?
Rabuska sniffs, proud of her new followers.
Exactly. We're the familiars of the great This place is too crowded. I must have a larger castle. You hear me?
She changes the subject abruptly.
When we get there, I can tell you some more stories about that. That? Oh, that. New stories! New stories!
The noise fades and the carriage returns to calm.
How lovely it is to see Miss Robuska making so many new friends. I'm almost a little jealous.
Aww.
You've never had many friends. Is that why?
No. She seems like a sweetie. Aima sneaks a glance at her, hesitating.
It's about time we headed back. Miss Semmelweis must be waiting.
It is. Let's go.
Before leaving, the stewardess casts a final worried look at the mischievous passenger, remembering her shadowed smile and those impossibly bright crimson eyes.
Babushka.
Babushka. To be continued.